Hey, what's up, guys? We're back with another show. Downs and Gallons into the semis. Orlando Pirates will finish second. Kaizer Chiefs, soft. Let's go.
That's how it goes?
They keep asking about the best when they know it's me.
Okay.
Asking about the rest when they know it's me.
Straight in, I guess.
You know it's me.
Mamelodi Sundowns are through to the CAF Champions League semi-final. First time since 2019. Deserved, really, to be honest. You know, and what I loved about how they played against Beluzat was that they didn't even need to be at their best. Not at all. Didn't need to be at their best. You know, once Beluzat scored, Sundowns looked at them and said, okay, is this how you want to play? This is exactly how you want to play. You want to take it there, right? And Sundowns, they bossed the game, really controlled it, absolutely loved it. Let's focus on the coach. Now, this coach brought them to the semis since Zwane, right? Now, his team plays better since he's taken over as head coach, without a shadow of a doubt. But the fans want CAF Champions League. That's what they want. You can't be spending all this money and not being able to win this trophy. It's almost like a PSG type thing and Manchester City type thing as well, where they're expecting them to win this title. Spoke to a lifelong Mamelodi Sundowns fan, Mpo Siopa, sports administrator. I asked him basically, now that they've gone through to the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League, does Sundowns need to win this title for Rhulani to stay on longer? This is what he had to say.
Hi, Sheiks. First of all, congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns for making the semi-finals of the Champions League. To answer your question, I don't think the coach winning the Champions League was a prerequisite into him getting a new contract at Sundowns, but rather the demands of the club, the demands of the badge, and the pursuit for success of the club depicts that he should be in the finals and competing to win the finals of the Champions League. So I think as a coach, it's about giving him an opportunity to implement his thoughts, his vision, and his style, along with Shushan and Piano, to make sure that Sundowns succeed. So while he's qualified for the Champions League semi-finals, it's not a prerequisite that he needed to do. It's rather the demands of the badge that demanded that the team does well.
So as you can hear, he says the club demands it, but it's not necessarily a must for Rhulani to win it. Of course, Rhulani needs the time, to sort of embed his style of play and see where the team can go. And to be fair, ever since he's come in, he's really embarrassed the league, and rightfully so, and they should give him more time. But the reports also came out that the fact that there were reports that other clubs outside South Africa are looking at him. Okay. So I asked him as well, your coach being linked with other clubs, what's your thoughts?
Sheiks, on the question of the reports that came out this past week about the coach's contract, and there have been offers, and not only there have been offers, but them as the coach's camp listening to them. I think the coach's manager, the timing was totally off. It leaves a very sour taste in one's mouth, because then you're negotiating in bad faith. Are you trying to put the club under pressure to give you a better offer? Are you trying to force the arm of the club to give you a longer term contract? So that's what it would look like. But what that does is that it then places the coach under pressure to do well, because any slip up of the team, the supporters base and everybody else can be able to say it's because you are not concentrating on the job at hand. You are concentrating on entertaining not only the offer from the club, but external offers. So you have split focus, rather than being focused only on the semi-final and possibly the finals of the Champions League. So they were rather unfortunate and leaves one with a very sour taste in the mouth as to negotiating in bad faith.
That was an interesting take, eh? I mean, that was a very interesting take. I never actually thought about it in the way that he mentions it, because these reports came out right after the 4-1, where we were almost guaranteed that Sundowns were going to be in the semis, because there was no way they were going to throw away that tie. And I have to say, Rhulani could have told his agent. He could have simply told his agent, let's not talk to anyone yet. Of course, we're talking to people outside. Let's not talk to anyone yet. Let's keep it to ourselves. But the fact that it broke out to the media, was that intentional? Was Rhulani trying to do that? In all honesty, I really hope that Rhulani is not trying to bite the hand that feeds him, because Mamelodi Sundowns have invested a lot in him. I mean, they've given him a platform. And I expect him to be here next season. When is the semifinals? As you can see on screen, semifinals are there. The 13th or the 12th of May and the 19th or the 20th of May. So not necessarily confirmed, but they will be facing Wydad. And who was the last club that knocked Mamelodi Sundowns outside the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League? Wydad Casablanca. And I absolutely cannot wait. Another win for Orlando Pirates. They jumped second in the league. What was key about them beating TS Galaxy was the fact that it wasn't the performance. The performance wasn't really great, in all honesty. They didn't perform really great, but they were so hungry to win the game, to get the 3 points, to be in CAF. And they've been on this winning run. They're scoring goals. But Orlando Pirates, I have a problem with you guys. I ain't gonna lie, I have a problem with you guys. And my issue is, where have you guys been? That's my question. Where have you guys been all along? Where were you guys when there was a title race? When Sundowns wasn't catching distance. What happened to that? It almost feels like around that time, Orlando Pirates froze. They froze. When they were challenged with regards to Mamelodi Sundowns, I was thinking they were going to go toe-to-toe. But that was not the case. And to come off now, right after Mamelodi Sundowns have been crowned the champions, it almost feels like, yeah, you guys are winning, great, scoring goals, going on form, but still, it's like you're still so far behind Mamelodi Sundowns. And I want Orlando Pirates to be in CAF because I know they take it seriously. They've competed in it as well. And what it raises as well is the fact that the expectations next season are high. Jose, players, I hope y'all are listening, man. It's going to be high next season, man, because people are going to expect you guys to challenge now. That gap between you and Mamelodi Sundowns must close, guys. Must close. I am not going to take another 15, 20-point season from you guys, especially the money that you guys are spending. And can you believe it? Ladies and gentlemen, the last time Orlando Pirates won a league title was in 2012. We're talking about 11 years. Where's your pride? Where is your pride? So I'm expecting you guys to challenge next season. And also, to give you a compliment, I think you will finish second. I think you will finish ahead of SuperSport. You will finish ahead of Kaizer Chiefs. You guys are capable. You guys are capable. The only question is, I believe, do you believe? Another team in the race for CAF Champions League spots, well, not anymore, took on a club that was worried about relegation. Swallows securing the crucial victory against Kaizer Chiefs. Congratulations, guys. Musa Nyatama, I want to congratulate you too as well. Morgan Mamila as well. The chairman, I want to congratulate you guys. You guys took a risk when Ernst Mindop left. I was worried about this club. I was like, man, I got a soft spot for this club. I really feel like they could be going down. And also, I didn't want, Musa Nyatama to carry the burden of Swallows on his back. But I think they're safe now. I think they're safe. I mean, mathematically, they still could get relegated, but I just look at Chipa and I look at Maritzburg United, and I think they've got bigger problems to worry about. Swallows is going to be all right. And as for you, Kaizer Chiefs, man, let's talk about it, guys. Let's be real. Let's not hide. They don't want CAF Champions League. Kaizer Chiefs do not want CAF Champions League. They don't want the smoke. They don't want it. They are scared of CAF Champions League. For a club that was in the final recently of the CAF Champions League and speaking about we want to go back there and we want to challenge again and we want to make our name on the continent, the way you guys are playing at this current moment, the mistakes, again, more and more mistakes. It's a frustration because I look at Orlando Pirates and when the way they play, you could just see they really want it. They're hungry for it. SuperSport, the way they play, they also absolutely hungry for it. They put fear in teams. But I look at Kaizer Chiefs and I just think, teams can't wait to play this team, hey? I mean, they cannot wait to play them because the players are soft. I mean, they don't want it that bad. That's what I'm seeing. They don't want it that bad. And when clubs go to Kaizer Chiefs, they want to make a name for themselves. Of course. I mean, the stadium is packed and everything like that. Of course, they want to put their name that people can talk about them. But you, Kaizer Chiefs, don't put fear in them. You don't make them believe that we are Kaizer Chiefs. And it goes back to if the players understand the magnitude of playing for that badge. And I've said it before, I don't think so. If Zwane does not win the Nedbank Cup, I think it's a bad season. I really think it's a bad season because I look at the squad and I'm like, they're capable of better. You can't tell me the squad overall is better than SuperSport. I don't think so. But the clear difference is they've got Gavin Hunt, they've got Zwane. And Zwane, man, you and your predictable substitutions are going to be assessed next season. And I hope that you will be ready for it. I really hope you'll be ready for it because this kind of season, I don't know if it happens again next season. But Swallows, congratulations. You guys are safe. It's time for our weekly bet of the week. The purpose of this segment is to show you my bet slip in hopes that it helps yours light and green. The more accurate, the more cash you get. Let's get into it. Loads of football to look forward to. We start with the Premier League tonight. Yep, my team is in action. Arsenal going up against Chelsea. I think Arsenal come back with fire. Arsenal win or draw and over 1.5. Orlando Pirates take on Royal AM over 1.5. Cape Town City against Golden Arrows over 1.5. I see goals. AC Milan against Cameronese. I've gone with AC Milan to win straight. Liverpool against Fulham. Great win against Spurs. I think they win again against Fulham. Lastly, Manchester City against West Ham. West Ham, please, man. Please. I'm asking. I'm just asking. I've gone with over 1.5. The odds, 5.62. I'm putting in $500 down, right? 2.8 is what I'm supposed to get, but the win boost has boosted it to 3K. Betway, thank you very much. And those are my selections. That is Bet of the Week, sponsored by Betway. Remember to practice responsible betting at betway.co.za. Until the next one, all the best. It's the end of the show. It went so quickly. Really enjoyed it. Maruma Gallants, I have to shout you out, man. I really have to shout you out into the semifinals of the CAF Confederations Cup. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Boys, go win it. Go win it. And for you that's watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for future episodes.